part of the valley, focus on diabetes continues now with a warning from local doctors. If you are diabetic, the medication you are taking may not actually be the best treatment for you.
Yeah, Channel 5's Taylor Winkle discovered clinical trials play a big part in the drug approval process, but Hispanic diabetics aren't playing a big part in those trials.
A clinical trial is the FDA-regulated way to carefully test new drugs and treatment devices in patients before they're approved for the general public. Doctors tell me this is an important step to see how different genders, ages, and races react to the medication. A low Hispanic turnout to trials could mean a direct impact in the effectiveness of the medication you take. We spoke to Doctors Hospital at Renaissance about why that is. Doctors Hospital at Renaissance reports across the United States, 1 in 12 people have diabetes, but here in the Rio Grande Valley, it's more like 1 in 3.
What is it that's happening in my patient population that is lending towards them not responding to the current medication?
Dr. Lisa Trevino and her team are trying to figure out how to lower that number. They're testing a number of different treatments through clinical trial studies.
You can no longer treat everyone in the same way. Everybody's different. Your DNA is different than my DNA, and you're going to respond differently to a medication than I will, maybe, right? And that difference may be something that will either save or really hurt my life.
Trevino's the Vice President of Research and Development at Doctors Hospital. She helps organize the team of doctors running clinical trials. Doctors like Marcel Twahira, who specializes in endocrinology.
We really do not necessarily know how all these medications work in our population.
A huge problem when you're trying to figure out the best way to treat your patient.
The Latino participation in clinical trials is less than 2% at best in all clinical trials in diabetes. And we know that diabetes affects Latinos more than probably any other population.
Twahira oversees several trials looking to identify qualities in a person's genetics that respond to a particular medication.
So the idea is, can we identify those patients that are going to be most responsive to this medication or most responsive to this new device that's going to help them respond to medication and maybe help curtail the diabetes, maintain the diabetes, or get rid of the diabetes altogether.
DHR says participation in a clinical trial is easy. It's just like going to a regular doctor's appointment, but more often, especially during the first 6 months. If you're interested in taking part in a trial, talk to your healthcare professional. Doctors Hospital at Renaissance says you don't have to be a patient there to participate. The clinical trials are free to join in, and in some cases, patients even get a reimbursement. You can find out more information on our website under the HOV section. Just click on the link to this article. Reporting in the studio, Taylor Winkle, Channel 5 News at 10.
Participation is a problem with other groups as well. This is a Channel 5 News Extra. Asians, African Americans, and females are also underrepresented in clinical trials too. DHR says if these communities don't enroll or participate, the entire drug approval process is going to go on, that is, without enough data on how these population groups will respond to the medication.